Welcome back to the Millwood and Richmond Foundation Halftime Report. Millwood and Richmond Foundation raising $35,000 this year to help its students and teachers accomplish things academically for this school program. It doesn't go straight to the football team, doesn't go straight to the basketball team. You won't see it running around with a pair of jerseys, but you might see it being used for buying a student a coat who may need it.
Yeah.
You might see it being used to help a student who doesn't have food insecurities, may need some lunch money. You might see it being used helping a teacher get school supplies that's for the classroom.
And you also might see it in situations where you have a student who's got a scholarship opportunity, but they need to travel for an interview or an application fee, and also getting the recognitions like National Honor Society and things of that nature. So again, the Richmond Foundation does a lot of things to meet student needs.
All right, tremendous first half of action we saw. The Falcons outscored Midwest City 21-15 plus 6 at the end of the first, then went ahead and outscored them 19-10 in the second period to lead by the score currently of 40-25. So right now the Falcons are shooting 14 of 23, 61% overall in the game thus far. 3 of 7 from deep. You know what I'm impressed with? I know it's just 43%. I'm impressed that it's only been 7 shots.
Yeah.
If you start taking more than that, that's what kind of situation you have. Rebounds. The Falcons have 27 rebounds.
Yes, plus 20.
Plus 20 on that against Midwest City against 7. 6 turnovers, 4 assists, and 9 of 21 is the eyesore of the first half on the Falcons side, shooting 43% overall. Now from Midwest City, 6 of 21. They're only shooting 29% in the game. 1 of 8 from deep, 13%. So how are they staying in the game? Well, that comes down to Chance Bubba Davis.
That's right.
Who's got 16 first half points. They are 12 of 16 from the free throw line, 75%. That's because he's been at the free throw line almost 7. I don't know the official number. He's been there at least 7 times.
Yeah.
So when you put somebody on the free throw line that has that kind of capability, you get impressed by what they're able to do. But I'm more impressed by the plus 20 on the rebound side, also the shooting percentage, and also the antagonistic defense when Dorian Williams turned it up, Gary, in the first half by turning on the full court pressure. Midwest City couldn't get into their smooth offense, and they haven't been there since.
Right, and then also too, when you take in consideration, Maurice, what's happening on the boards. I mean, plus 20 in a boys game. I mean, Millwood is absolutely killing Midwest City in terms of rebounds and second chance opportunities. And it's not all big men out there rebounding. It's a lot of guards rebounding. So really Millwood is showing a lot of athleticism in this game. But here's the thing. Right now they're up by 15. But, man, just imagine how big that gap would be if Millwood was not shooting 9 of 21. That is less than 50% from the free throw line.
The high-flying Falcon of the first half is Jonathan Van Buren. He had 15 first-half points. Then you're talking about Isaiah Wilkes, the next one with 11, and then Amari Barrett with 6. But I still say to you, Isaiah Wilkes is 2 of 6 from the free throw line. That's just unlike him, 33%. If he knocks down 2 more, even if he's near 50%, you're talking about a much bigger situation. But he's not the only one that we need to talk about, because Van Buren missed a couple.
Yeah.
Chris Clay missed a couple.
A whole lot of people are missing when you shoot 9 of 21.
Yeah.
43% from the free throw line. That's a stat that definitely, I'm sure, is going to be worked on in the upcoming weeks of practice.
All right, so it looks like the Falcons will start the ball, possessing the ball to start the second half here. 40-25 is the score. Falcons with a 15-point lead.
Nakaya.
So now going to work right now. So now going to work. So going into action here. So getting the ball inside the lane. Amari Barrett has its spin move to the inside, and there's going to be contact in the lane. So they're going to say a jump ball situation here. So jump ball situation, that means it will be Midwest City ball. Coming across the timeline now goes Caleb Stevens. Isaiah Wilkes covering him. Into the lane, Amari Barrett tries to knock it loose. And the ball, are they going to call it out, or are they going to say, what are they going to say here?
They haven't determined that.
So the ball's been knocked out. It will remain Midwest City ball. 7:31 to go. Waiting on, at least looks like an equipment issue. Here we go, back to live action. Chance Davis has it in the corner, fires it up. Stevens in the lane, contact as Holman bumps him. So Holman's back in the game. The original starters for the Falcon are back out there. That's Wilkes, Barrett, Christopher Clay,
Van Buren.
and Van Buren. And then we've got Holman with the foul there. So back to work, back in the hands now of
travel.
Denson, who's going to get called for the travel there.
Turnover by Midwest City.
Turnover on the night, turnover number 11 for the Bombers. Isaiah Wilkes now has it, 7:23 to go. Falcons settled in when they got busy on the defensive side of the ball. Van Buren gets it inside to Holman. Holman with some bully ball to the inside. Gets it high off the glass, couldn't get it to fall. Amari Barrett fight for it.
Rebound
and
by
then Barrett fights inside and gets it.
Yes, sir. Wow. I mean, that's the advantage of having 6'4" guards, you know.
Going to work on the wing. Ball on the right side. Up to the top.
Stolen by
Barrett. Barrett with the
Highlight.
steal. Barrett gets the steal, and he gets the deal.
Yeah, he does. The student section's over there waiting for him to pull us a highlight. He just gives a normal layup.
High off the glass. Holman went to try and pin that on the glass. Ball goes out of bounds on that shot attempt there by Chance Davis. So 44-25 is the score right now. Ball inbounded now in the hands of Brandon Dixon. Bounce pass inside. Pull up jump shot by McKenzie is no good. Rebound by Christopher Clay. Up to Van Buren. Van Buren inside to Barrett. Barrett goes into the lane. They're probably going to catch him for a charge.
They call him charge? Yeah, they did.
He left his feet a little too early. So it looks like Barrett's going to come out right now, and then that looks like returning to the game is Javier Richards. Falcons continue to extend. Full court pressure. Davis is going to be ripped by Isaiah Wilkes.
Yep,
Wilkes
turnover.
comes away with the steal there. Now Christopher Clay has it. Isaiah Wilkes now back. Isaiah Wilkes laid out smooth. Michael Jackson talked about a smooth criminal. He might have been thinking about Isaiah Wilkes when about that move. Shot inside, and they're going to catch Holman for over the back there. If he had been in right position, he's fine. Yeah. But he went over the top, and anytime your arms are going down over somebody, they tend to catch you. So set to bring the ball inbounds here is Jarvis Nash. Gets it in to Denson. Contact.
Van Buren.
A cheap one. No need for this. The Falcons racking up fouls. That's 4 team fouls, and we're barely 3 minutes into the third quarter. And if you're going to do that, then you're going to open up the door when the game stops, clock's not moving to get back in the game on the free throw line.
Yep.
So the Falcons got to be smart here. They've come out.
That is the primary hope for Midwest City right now, is to actually get there, get to the free throw line.
3-point shot from the top. Shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Midwest City. Back. Another 3-point shot. And this one is true from the left wing by Denson.
Yeah, Denson had a good look.
44-28.
What they call? Wow.
So they called a foul on Holman, and that's his fourth.
Yeah.
So now coming into the game, Jordan Hammonds comes in the game now for Holman. Ball ahead now in the hands now of Jarvis Nash. Davis looks at the three. Christopher Clay gets his hands up and stops that. Now making it work. Ball from the left wing. Inside. Shot is good. What a wheeling and dealing on there by Denson.
Yeah,
and he scores the basket, and the lead is down to 14. Double team. Jonathan Van Buren gets it over to Clay. Clay into the box, and they pulled the chair out from up underneath. Nice defensive move. It's not something you see very often against Jordan Hammonds. He hits the deck. basically because somebody pulled the chair up underneath him. He thought somebody was going to be there for some contact. It's going to be Midwest City ball. Denson and Midwest City trying to get this down to a 10-point margin. Under 5 to go in the third. Pull up from the elbow by Denson, and he drops it in. He puts the biscuit in the basket, 44-32.
Yep.
Contact this time
it was.
by Brendan Dixon. So team foul number 1 for Midwest City. So Javier Richards comes out.
Brayton Goins comes back in.
So here we go, 4:46 to go. Confusion at the scores table.
Well, they're arguing over possession.
Going to work. Amari Barrett has the ball, going across the timeline. It always cracks me up when you have coaches that know each other well, want to get into fake arguments. And Van Buren's going to be called for steps.
For a step back. They're not giving them the step back. They called a travel.
And now trying to get the ball ahead. And again, the ball's up high off the glass and going up to get it. As here comes Midwest City trying to get it to a 10-point margin. Losing it in the lane. Van Buren comes away with the steal. And now Isaiah Wilkes swings it. Christopher Clay for 3. No shot, no good. Isaiah Wilkes gets it back. Going to throw it back up. It's going to be a steal here by Midwest City. On the other end. And the basket is good on the other end. As Midwest City scores it, it is now officially a 10-point margin. Goins, 4 minutes to go. Here comes the pressure by the Bombers. Goins on the left wing, double team, and he called a timeout. Falcons called a timeout as the Bombers have awakened here at CF. Well, I want to say. I was going to say it, man.
At the Franklin Spears.
Franklin Spears is what I was going to say.
Franklin Spears Gymnasium Fieldhouse.
There's still an F in there.
I know.
It's just Franklin Spears.
Yeah,
not
I know.
CF.
Not CF Gales. I know you said. Oh, Caesar Felt Gales. I know.
But 3:54 to go. But in the last few minutes here, what has changed? The Falcons have been more frantic.
Yeah.
Now, grant you, that step back three-point shot at this level, sometimes they let them get away with it, sometimes they didn't.
Yep.
And if it's too good, you walked.
Well, they actually, it's understood that is something in high school athletics that and in college. They're not going to let a lot of that happen. They're just, the professional game is just something different. It's a different animal. But in high school, they really want to emphasize sticking to the rules with a level of consistency. They'll let you have the Euro, but they're not going to give you the
remember when they didn't
back.
let you have that.
Yeah, I know.
Midwest City has outscored the Falcons 9-4 here in the third.
And actually, again, Coach Dorian is talking to the officials about, hey, look, that step side or whatever, that call, didn't like that.
And they're going to catch Isaiah Wilkes, who went airborne, left his feet.
Yeah.
And that's on Wilkes. So, again, another unforced turnover. And the Falcons, which we knew had 6 turnovers at the end of the first half, have given 2 right now, push that up to 8. So now the Falcons are going to have to get busy on the defensive side of the ball. And again, almost a standing 5 count. Chance Davis comes to rescue him. Pass to the inside, high off the glass and score it as Mason McKenzie kisses it off the glass and score it.
Did they call they called a foul. That was a bad call.
They called the foul against Jordan Hammonds there.
Yeah, they called a foul. And that Jordan Hammonds was standing still and I don't know who scored the basketball. Okay, yeah, number 4, Mason McKenzie. He goes up and comes down on Hammonds. Hammonds was sitting flat-footed, and they call the foul. That was.
I like the substitution. Hammond's coming out now, not because Hammond's didn't get called for the, but you're bringing a more defensive guy in with Josiah Mays.
And you're bringing in a ball handler, which is needed right now. Midwest City's applying tons of pressure. Should have been a blocking foul. 3:29 left in the third period.
So now the Falcon lead is officially 8. 44-36. Christopher Clay to inbound it. Gets it over to Wilkes. Wilkes. Oh, loses the handle of the ball. They're going to be stolen. Chance Davis has it. Has to go to retrieve it. He sets for the 3 and fires the 3, and he knocks it down. Unforced turnover against Isaiah Wilkes leads to a 3-point basket on the other end.
Turnover again. Wilkes' 2 turnovers in a row. Oh, but it's taken down.
And then on the end, Josiah Mays blocks the shot.
Yeah, the first block was actually by Van Buren. He sticks it right on the glass.
So Isaiah Wilkes with 2 unforced turnovers. And the lead is down to 6. Free throw line. Here come the Bombers. Going to inbound the ball now into Brandon Dixon.
They need to get Barrett back in the game.
So a pass turnover into the lane. Jarvis Nash threw it. Nobody was home. So now here comes Isaiah Wilkes. He gets it over to Christopher Clay. Clay into the lane. Clay pulls up with the push shot. Shot no good.
5-foot jump shot. He airballs it.
And here, dribbling on the corner there, that's Dixon. Dixon throws it cross court over to Nash. Nash inside, turns and fires. Shot no good. Rebound Isaiah Wilkes. Wilkes into the lane, throws it up. Josiah Mays kisses it off the glass.
Nice conversion, Wilkes all the way.
Off the Wilkes assist, Josiah Mays gets his first 2 of the game.
46-39, 2:22 left in the third period.
All right, Falcon defense needs to lock in here. Pull up for 3, and that shot's no good.
That was a good look.
Rebound pulled down that time by Clay. Clay is going to get called for steps. Clay wanted the 3, didn't realize he was so wide open. But again, these unforced turnovers is leaving a big bay door open for the Bombers.
Yep, it definitely is.
So timeout on the floor here by the Falcons. Glad that they decided to do that here, Gary. Again, in the quarter, it's 14-6. Midwest City. As soon as Midwest City started capitalizing on the turnovers, scramble drills on the other end, nobody's in the right spot. Nobody knows where they're supposed to be. Chance Davis is knocking down shots. He's got 19. Then you got the others, as they say. I don't want to say that they're others, but the other players have found their zone. We're talking about guys like Deshaun Denson, guys like Caleb Stevens, and, of course, Mason McKenzie, who has really been a spark plug for this team in the third quarter here, has really started to get going and has allowed them to cut this lead down. I mean, it stands at 7 as it is now, but Millwood has got to get going here.
Yeah, they definitely got to get something going. They have to figure out an answer, and it looks like with this upcoming lineup, again, you don't have Barrett in the game, and I'm guessing he's in foul trouble, but you got 4 guards, and then you got Van Buren.
All right, so again, student section harassing. Going to work. Ball in the hands now of Nash, who drives through the lane hard. Contact, and he's going to go to the line shooting 2. Again, I mean, Josiah Mays being called with the foul. So now at the free throw line goes Jarvis Nash. Front rims that one, no good. Trying to get it back down to a 6-point margin. Jarvis Nash is the senior. Kisses it off the back of the rim and drops it in. 6-point margin here. So Braylon Goins with the ball across the timeline now. And the ball's going to be stolen. And to the basket.
Van Buren.
Van Buren again with the block at the rim. And the Falcons
Wilkes
turn it over.
over again.
And on the other side, on the reverse, what a nice up and under by Deshaun Denson, who scores it. And we're back to a 4-point margin. Full court pressure. Isaiah Wilkes. Unfortunately, he's acting like this is Christmas. He's giving away free gifts today. Christopher Clay fouled on the three-point attempt.
So he needs to go to the line, and he needs to knock down these three. Again, 4-point game. The Falcons need these free throws.
So Clay back at the free throw line. He's got there for 3. So let's see what Christopher Clay can do here. First free throw by Clay is good. The Falcons needed that to turn the tide a little bit over. Goins checks out of the game, or he can't check out of the game yet, but Isaiah Wilson will be in for Goins. Clay back rims the second one. Can he go 2 for 3? And he does.
48,
back
42.
to a 6-point margin now. $1:20 to go in the third. Across the timeline, Isaiah Wilkes applying pressure into the lane. And he with a blow-by goes Jarvis Nash to the rim. Jarvis Nash is saying, if you reach, I'll teach. Going to work right now. Ball at the top. Van Buren going to be stripped.
Highlight.
And dunking it down is Deshaun Denson. Midwest City on a serious push. They're on a heater right now, 48-46. They've outscored the Falcons 21-8 in the third. Isaiah Wilkes and the Falcons playing for 1. Ball on the left wing, back up top. Isaiah Wilkes,
he gets
contact.
Foul. Wow, he almost turned it over again.
As crazy as it seems, that's the 3rd team foul. Make that the 4th team foul against Midwest City. With the ball out of bounds. Isaiah wants to go to the free throw line, not quite yet. Van Buren now has it. Van Buren locks in a 3 of his own and front rims it. Midwest City ends up with it with 16 seconds. And on the other side, we're all tied up.
Yeah.
As no one got back on defense.
No one got
Kenyon
back on
Brown
defense.
ties the game all up at 48. An unbelievable 16-point comeback in the mix here. And the Falcons don't get a shot off.
48-48, end of the third. New ball game.
So
clearly the Falcons lost the third period.
Yeah, I mean, completely lost it.
Yep.
Outscored 23-8. And a lot of that work was not Chance Bubba Davis.
No, it wasn't.
23-8 in the third. And Midwest City has launched themselves all the way back in the game.
Yep.
So going in the fourth, we've got to see here. Looking at something here, let me just check. And Amari Barrett, yes, that's exactly what it is. He's got 3 fouls.
Yeah.
So that's what it was. He was extending it to try to get to the fourth here.
Yeah.
But the Falcons, in terms of their overall in the second half of this game, you know, they've been 7 fouls in that period. And you're talking about them getting the opportunity to open the door. And you're talking about this Bomber team that had not shot well in the game. They shot 6 of 21 from field goals.
Right.
How about 10 of 16 in the third period? 63%.
Completely turned it around.
Completely, right. They allowed them to get hot at your own house. Mm-hmm. Now, the Falcons only shot the ball 6 times in the quarter. Midwest City did 10 more shots. So it's about opportunities as well. But it's Midwest City ball. Or, well, maybe it's not. So Christopher Clay back. Clay, Wilkes, Van Buren, Isaiah Wilson.
Yeah, we don't have Barrett in there. Clay for three.
Clay for three, no good. Rebound by Mays. Mays can't get it to fall, and it's going to be controlled by the Bombers, and the Bombers have the opportunity to do what they haven't done, and that is take the lead, and they can't get it to fall.
It's going to be a foul on Midwest City, number 2, Caleb Stevens.
So Caleb Stevens gets a foul. 7:33 to go. Christopher Clay with the weave, bounce pass inside the Mays, give back to Clay. Clay in the hands of Wilson. Wilson fires a three.
Long.
Shot no good.
Rebound Midwest City.
No one has taken the lead in the first minute of this game. We're all tied up at 48. Across the timeline goes Jarvis Nash, picked up by Mays. Bounce pass over. And got his hand in the cookie jar. Goes Wilson. Yeah. Wilson picks up a foul here.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw the same thing Wilson saw. Loose ball opportunity. He was going to try to go back door, but ended up getting hung up. Got his hand around the leg of Nash and got the foul call.
So Isaiah Wilkes comes out of the game right now. So on the floor, got the ball in the hands now. Christopher Clay trying to cause a little bit of a ruckus. Nothing doing there, down low.
Oh, wow.
Easy basket. Kenyon Brown scores it for Midwest City. 58-40. And Midwest City led, something they have not done since the opening seconds of the first period. Ball in the hands now of Goins. Wilson for a deep three. Can't get it to fall. It's like
all of these threes, taking all of these threes is problematic for Millwood right now. Millwood really needs to focus on getting in the paint. They really need to focus on trying to make sure that they get to the free throw line. Taking these long three balls without any kind of offensive rebounding is problematic. It's a one shot and done down the court for the Falcons.
Isaiah Wilson launched that deep three, and he has to head right to the bench. Isaiah Wilkes returns. 50-48. Ball in the hands of Josiah Mays. Mays trying to get some space to operate into the lane. Mays tries to clip it off the glass.
By Mays. He just didn't get it up on it. Stolen by Van Buren. Off the glass.
He gets the steal and the deal. Van Buren does. And just when you need it, we're all tied up at 50.
5:47.
So trying to get this
carried by. Oh, that was a missed call there.
So on the other end here.
Whoa, beautifully done. My man, Deshaun Denson, he is just letting them have it out there tonight.
And on the other end,
Chris Clay goes in,
gets fouled. So it's 52-50, 5:27 to go.
Hopefully Clay can get in and hit his shots, tie things up for the Falcons. Free throw shooting being a real problem right now for the Falcons. Again, you would know that there would be a bigger gap, and it would probably they would still maintain a lead if they could be consistent at the free throw line.
Yeah, this is normally not a problem for the Falcons.
Again, last year it wasn't a problem because they had Chance Bubba Davis going to the line a lot as well. Same thing that kept Midwest City in the game.
So at the free throw line right now, Christopher Clay misses the first one. See if he can draw iron on the next one here and let it fall in. And he knocks that one down. The Falcons just got to breathe at the free throw line. 52-51, 5:27 to go. Bounce pass over. Chance Davis into the lane.
Wow.
Glides to the basket and scores. 54-51.
Chris Clay picks the ball up. Got to get it across.
Jonathan Van Buren brings it across the timeline with down three. Van Buren into the lane.
Ball deflected out.
Ball's deflected out, so it will be Falcon basketball here.
Yep.
Really waiting to see how soon before Amari Barrett can get back in the game. But again, this might be a growing opportunity.
Yeah, something must be going on that we don't necessarily see.
Christopher Clay
They need to get into the paint, get to the free throw line.
throws it back out. Josiah Mays. Mays into the lane. Glass to
Nicely
the basket
done by
and scores.
Mays. And one. And one. Mays gets fouled as he goes to the cup.
So the foul's going to be called against number 3, Jarvis Nash. So if Clay can knock down this free throw, it'll tie the game all the way back up.
Man, I'm telling you, with 4 or 5 minutes, just having a situation where Barrett is kind of still sitting on the bench. I mean, that's a guy you want to get back in the game.
Can't get that one to fall.
Three-point play rims out.
Rebound by the Bombers. Here comes Denson. Denson dancing in the lane.
Oh,
And
Denson
how
is
did he
going to
contort
town.
his body? A little right-left action, and he lays it off the glass, and they're up by 3 again. Christopher Clay sees a crease in the lane, goes to the basket
Misses.
strong, can't get it to fall. Rebound, Bombers. Chance Davis dumps it back out to McKenzie. Now Davis has it on the right wing. Davis into the lane. Drops it down low to a backdoor
Davis drops a
to
dime.
Brandon Dixon, and he scores the basket.
Finally, Barrett comes off the bench, coming back in the game.
Falcons down 5. Wilkes. So into the lane. Ball up top.
Too
Jonathan
deep.
Van Buren. Shot of 3. Back in the hand of Denson. Spins in the lane. Denson again.
Follows.
He gets his own rebound and put back.
60-53. Midwest City leads.
Up by 7. And the onslaught won't stop. Outscoring the Falcons 12-5 in the 4th. And they're going to catch Isaiah Wilkes for steps.
Yes, he did.
Unforced turnover.
He tried to do the step side, the step over. Student section is getting a little rowdy.
So Goins comes out. Amari Barrett comes in. 3:20 to go. All right. So again,
Oh, they're
Falcon-
bringing in administration.
yeah, because it's too close to the players.
Yep.
So now trying to get it on. Again, a lot of conversation going on over there.
Yep, telling the students to sit down.
The ball back in the hands now of Chance Davis. Davis loses it.
That should be a backcourt. Oh, they called a touch. Nope, they called it backcourt. Yep, it should have been a backcourt. Because
Backcourt.
it was off of Bubba when it was off of Chance Davis when it went backcourt. It was touched, but it came off of him and went backcourt.
So 60-53. Ball in the hands now, Amari Barrett. Got to find some way to get some heat going quick. Falcons don't have a lot of time. Down 7.
Van
3
Buren
minutes to go.
dealing.
Van Buren going to
Pulls
pull
it.
up. and knocks
Nicely
down.
done.
Van Buren with 19 on the night. Full court pressure again. Isaiah Wilkes. Jarvis Nash getting past him. Ball nearly knocked loose. Christopher Clay ends up with the ball. Clay inside to the basket, and Clay
Rims out on the layup.
and
My
Amari
goodness.
Barrett can't finish. Isaiah Wilkes tracks it down, throws it to the corner. Christopher Clay, cross court, and
Did Barrett lose it?
the ball
I can't
goes out of
tell.
bounds. Or it's
Yeah, he lost the handle on it. 55-60, Midwest City leads.
so 5-point game, 2:29 to go. Ball in the hands now.
Hey, gotta move.
All right, moving the ball inside. Chance Davis goes inside and scores the basket.
Wow, Chance Davis is going crazy, stepping up, taking over this game.
7-point margin for the Bombers. On the other side, Goins can't get it to fall.
Ill-advised shot.
Rebound by the Bombers. 2 minutes to go. Now trying to work it out. Ball in the hands. Falcons need pressure right now. Need a turnover, need a stop. Ball in the hands now. Trying to work the ball around. Scoop shot, no good. Rebound by Amari Barrett. He throws it up to Van Buren. Van Buren on the other end can't get it to fall. Amari Barrett with the rebound over to Wilkes. Wilkes scores the basket in the 2. So Isaiah Wilkes. So trying to get the ball back to the free throw, and Isaiah Wilkes gets it to fall. So now timeout's been called on the floor. So now 1:28 to go. 57-62, a timeout has been called on the floor. So getting the margin down just a little bit. So 57-62, 1:28 to go. And trying to get everything lined up and worked out. So 1:28 to go. The Falcons are trying to get desperately back in the game. It is a 5-point margin. So 1:28. Now, timeout's been called on the floor, trying to get some things lined up so things can work here out in the Falcons' favor as the game stretches down. Isaiah Wilkes making the basket, Gary. We're getting a step closer here, trying to get things in line and getting things to go here.
Yeah, minute 28.
So the only way the Falcons can do this now is they got to score with the ball, with the clock stopped.
Right.
57-62. So score the basket, full court press, and we're going to have to see some smart play here.
Yeah,
if not,
and of course you're going to also start seeing some fouls and things of that nature to try to slow things down. But again, it's all about making your possessions count. That should have been the case at 5 minutes. But, you know, again, the high tempo kind of gets to players. They kind of lose control of things, and that becomes an issue.
Yeah, and the story of the second half of this game is going to be not the turnovers Midwest City forced. It's going to be the story of the ones that they took advantage of because the Falcons gave it away.
Yep.
I mean, you don't want Christmas from your offense.
Right.
So now everything seems to be lined up and we're set here. Isaiah Wilkes to shoot the free throw. So here we go. And he knocks it down.
And he knocks it down.
So it's a 4-point game. Midwest City and the Falcons full court press.
Yeah, they're actually doing the zone now.
Trying to throw the ball to the right wing.
Backside's
Drive
open.
inside the lane.
Turnover.
Going to be turnover there. Steal. And Isaiah Wilkes glides to the basket and scores. Off the Amari Barrett assist. It's a 2-point game, 62-60, 1 minute to go. Chance Davis with the ball. Coming across the timeline, Jarvis Nash. Now Davis.
Long
up court.
pass.
And Davis.
Turnover.
Threw it ahead. Unforced turnover. So the Falcons have a chance now with 51 seconds to tie.
They got to make this possession count, Mo. They got to come with something. High percentage, nothing ill-advised. They got to get in the paint. They got to get to the free throw line, make it count. What they can't do is come in and let the pressure get to them and then take an ill-advised shot, especially one where they don't have rebounding under the basket when they do.
Isaiah Wilkes into the lane, kicks it. Christopher Clay almost loses it, back up top. Isaiah Wilkes for three!
For three, wow.
He knocks it down!
Wow.
Been waiting on Isaiah to get hot. And he drops it in there off the Christopher Clay assist. Falcons by 1, 30 seconds to go. Chance Davis into the lane, contact.
Contact, yep. And he is not the guy you want to put on the free throw line.
So Chance Davis back at the free throw line, and you know he's money.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, wait. That's only team foul number 2. No, it's not.
Oh, okay. Ball out then.
So it's ball out of bounds, sideline right in front of the Midwest City bench. 26 seconds to go. Timeout, Midwest City. So
coming back to.
So now, with the timeout on the floor, let's talk about that last sequence.
Yeah.
Isaiah Wilkes, who has not had one of his better games.
I'm listening.
He finally found the stroke.
Yep.
Isaiah Wilkes has scored probably the Falcons. Let me just make sure I look at this here. So, okay, Isaiah Wilkes has scored the Falcons' last 7 points.
Right.
That's what you're talking about when you're talking about a guy getting hot.
Yes.
And in that run there, we've seen the last two-pointer made by the Bombers was about 2 minutes ago. So the Falcon defense ticked up. Amari Barrett came in the game. And I'm going to say this game is won also on basketball IQ.
Yep.
I'm not saying that the Falcons don't have, but the smarts of Amari Barrett, his impact on the game,
yep.
his court vision allowed a guy like Isaiah Wilkes, who's been struggling today, to catch fire at the right time.
Yeah, and like I said, I know that we talk about all of the different aspects of the game and how it all comes together and adds up, and sometimes those things don't matter when you take care of business, offensively or defensively. But this is a game now where every single possession, every single free throw, every single rebound matters. And with 26 seconds left now, Mo, it's kind of like, well, we got to make those good decisions. We have to have a mindset of coming away with something as it relates to, the possession itself. We can't have a wasted possession, when the ball is inbounds.
All right, so there's a conversation going on here at the scorer's table with the officials right here. And I know everybody wants to make sure the timeouts, they want to make sure of the possession arrow,
yep.
and also want to make sure on who's got how many fouls.
Right.
Because now when the game comes down to it, everything else, the scorer's table looks to be in line with everything else, and we're set here for live action right now.
Yeah.
Chance Davis set to inbound the ball.
Midwest City's ball.
So Chance Davis.
Oh, timeout.
Call a timeout here.
Midwest City.
So Midwest City calls a timeout.
Hey, if you don't know, just take your timeout. That's what they're there for. You want to make sure that you don't do anything ill-advised. A simple turnover could mean the game.
Right, and with a lot of that energy, a lot of that excitement, all on this end of the floor, Gary. So right now it's about defense and execution here.
Yep.
So, what a game. Still what a game. Like I said, Chance Davis kept Midwest City, you said it best, in this game in the first half by his free throws and his pure until his teammates got hot.
That's right.
When the rest of the teammates got hot, Midwest City has been rolling ever since then with no cause there.
Right.
So
hold on just a quick second here, Mo. I need to clear the.
Yeah, I got you. So we got to do all this right now. Yeah. So now going. So 26 seconds to go. All right, so Midwest City's going to inbound the ball. Going to inbound the ball right here. Ball's going to be thrown in by Deshaun Denson. 26 seconds to go. Millwood up by 1. Denson gets it into Chance Davis. Davis turns on Goins.
Oh, that should have been a charge. It's a charge. Most definitely should have been. There it is.
So,
yes, sir.
Turnover. Chance Davis.
Chris Clay was sitting there for a New York minute, and all of a sudden, Chance Bubba Davis got aggressive, goes in, draws the foul. Clay draws the foul.
22 seconds to go, 63-62.
Yeah, now all Falcons have to do is hold the ball.
And again,
Now,
you got to get the ball inbounded.
You got to get it inbounds, but here's my question. If you're going to foul, who are you going to foul if you're Midwest City?
So if
it's me, I'm fouling Isaiah Wilkes.
So again, is there moisture on the floor? That's what they're talking about.
Yeah, they're bringing a towel out right now. Coach Dorian is bringing a towel out.
So again, now that the floor is being dried off,
an extra ball handler is coming into the game now, checking into the game. Number 12, Bryce Brown. Who is he coming in for?
So Bryce Brown.
He's coming in for Goins, Braylon Goins.
Yeah, he's coming in for Goins.
Yeah, this is a ball handler.
So 63-62, 22 seconds to go.
Coach Dorian, he's wanting Bryce in the game.
So basically you can run someone, but you got to find a way to get it, and I don't know.
Oh, yeah, they're going to get the ball in. That's why you got all the ball handlers in here.
So Goins out of the game. The ball's knocked loose.
Yep. Van Buren gets fouled.
So Van Buren fouled. So now to the other end of the floor.
And the officials is talking to Chance Bubba Davis because he's been going at Van Buren all night.
So, yeah.
And he's giving him a warning. Hey, look, stop all of the.
So Van Buren at the free throw line
the
now.
extracurricular, stop all that extra
19
stuff.
seconds on the clock. So they're going to substitute and bring Goins back in. He's at the scorer's table, but right now Van Buren can give them a 3-point lead if he can knock this down. Knocks it down.
Knock down so again, it's up by 2.
2-point lead, so 64. So if he knocks down one more, so right now, Goins is back in the game for Bryce Brown. Van Buren, one more. Misses the second one.
Out. And there's a foul call.
They call a foul on Amari Barrett.
Wow.
And so Barrett just picked up foul number 5.
Loose ball foul. 18 seconds. Yep. So they got to bring someone in for Barrett. So they're bringing in Mays to replace Barrett.
So now with that being said, Amari Barrett's out, so you bring Josiah Mays back in. It's a 2-point game with 18 seconds to go.
It's intense here in the Franklin Spears Gymnasium.
All right,
Chance Bubba Davis gets it.
Davis
he's going to go all the way.
And this one to the basket, and he drops his biscuit in the basket.
Left.
Chance
Game
Davis.
tied.
Isaiah Wilkes with 5 seconds on the clock to the corner. 3-point shot.
Rims out.
And the shot. And we're going into overtime.
Going into overtime. Wow. Wow.
Overtime we go.
Yes, it is. 64-64. That is not what the Falcons wanted. But it is what it is, and here we go.
Now, here's the thing. Now, the Falcons are without Amari Barrett for the overtime period now. So 64-64 right now. And so you're going to have to find a way to get offense.
Yep.
You're going to have to find a way to keep Van Buren on the floor, and I know he's got to be gassed. He played the entire second half.
Yeah, but you know what, though? He's young, so he got to go. Let's see what lineup that Coach Dorian Williams comes up with.
So now going to work here.
Yeah. Wait a minute. So, no, that's Goins. Okay. I mean, that's Braylon Goins. I look from the back. He looks like Barrett.
Yeah, he does.
I was like, what is Barrett doing back out there?
So as it stands right now, all tied up at 64, into overtime we go. 4 minutes is on the clock. So the foul situation is, so now Corey Holman has come back into the game. So if Holman's in, who is out? So we got Goins, Wilkes, Van Buren, Chris Clay. Well, who else is out? Oh, Josiah Mays is out.
Mays.
So we're going to jump it up in center court again.
And now we got the big man,
Corey Holman.
Holman. He has 4 fouls.
Yeah.
4 minutes remaining. Overtime. It's amped up in here.
It is.
3A Millwood battling 5A Midwest City.
4 minutes to go. Ball goes up. Holman wasn't quite alert, didn't see it.
He wasn't ready.
And on the other end, and to the easy, quick basket by Deshaun Denson. So now Josiah Mays checks at the scorer's table. Isaiah Wilkes has scored the Falcons 7 of their last 8 points. Ball up top to Holman. Inside, Van Buren loses it. Up ahead to Chance Davis, and he lays it up off the glass. 68-64. 3.5 to go. Isaiah Wilkes across the timeline now. Bounce pass over to Goins. Now up top to Holman. Holman hands off to Wilkes. Wilkes inside to Holman. Holman loses it, turning around, and he's fouled by Mason McKenzie there.
Yeah.
So now, team foul number 3, I do believe. So Holman will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, 3:07.
Falcons
in overtime.
down 4.
Falcons are down 4. And I'm sitting here watching Coach Dorian's demeanor on the sideline, and quite honestly, it's pretty impressive.
Holman back rims the first one.
Holman misses the first one.
Holman, steady dribble, shot up.
He hits the second one.
Makes it a 3-point margin here. And Holman checks out of the game. And into the game comes Josiah Mays.
(68-65), Midwest City leads the Falcons. 3:04 in overtime.
Chance Davis across the timeline, looking for space to operate. Dribbles behind his back into the lane. Contact is made by Josiah Mays. (68-65). (68-65), 2:55 to go. Davis at the scorer's table.
He misses the first shot.
Misses the first one. So 68-65, 2:55 to go. Davis misses the first one. Can extend it. Knocks down the second one.
69-65. Midwest City up by 4. 2:53 remaining in overtime.
Isaiah Wilkes across the timeline now. Looking for airspace into the lane.
He almost
and they're
traveled.
catch it for
He
steps.
does travel. Yeah. Turnover, Millwood.
So substitution, Caleb Stevens comes in the game as Brandon Dixon comes out. So to work now, Chance Davis has it. Across the timeline. Josiah Mays covering him. Chance Davis almost loses it, but maintains control. Ball back in the hands of Denson. Denson at the top, at the key. Turns and fires, and Denson drains the 2.
Wow, beautiful play. Mid-range game. Denson is demonstrating a lot of high basketball IQ out there tonight.
All right, going to work now. Isaiah Wilkes.
Oh,
swing
he
it
passed
over
up a shot at the elbow.
and gives it over to Jonathan Van
Rebound
Buren.
Falcons.
Christopher Clay gets it.
He draws
and then
a
he's
foul.
fouled.
I couldn't believe it. Isaiah was there at the elbow, wide open. He gives that shot up for a 3-ball. You know, again, that's one of those deals where you got to have a little bit higher IQ in that moment.
Well, the question you have to ask yourself is, again, how much gas did he have? And again,
Yeah.
I don't know that. So again, he passed it up. At least it was an open shot.
It was a wide open shot.
So
High percentage shot.
well, higher percentage shot than the one Van Buren
That's
took.
right.
But
That's
Van
right.
Buren still had a wide. I mean, it wasn't. In other words, out of all the shots we've seen today, that's not the worst one. But I got you, Gary. I got you.
No, it wasn't the worst one by far.
Clay.
Nails 2. 71-68. 71-68?
Or it might be 67.
Okay.
He made the first one already. Yeah, I already got that.
Okay. All right.
71-67. Chance Davis, covered by Josiah Mays, is in the game now. And Josiah Mays draws contact again.
They might as well get ready. Chance is going to go to the basket every time he gets the ball.
Because he's the one. He's the
guy.
He's the guy. He's the closer.
Yes, he is. And he's been closing now for 2 periods.
Yeah. Well, he got the team there. I won't say he was the catalyst, but he knocked down every big shot. He's got 29 points on the night.
Jeez Louise.
So Chance Davis now at the free throw line here.
And they make it 30.
30 piece. $72-67. Knocks down. 31 points. Ball in the hands of Wilkes. Under 2 minutes to go. Falcons down 6. They need points. Van Buren into the lane. Kicks it to the corner.
Crowd wanted to travel.
And then into the basket and scores there is Brandon Goins. Goins had come in back to the game on that offensive switch. He gets the 2 there off Isaiah Wilkes for the assist. Van Buren dealing with the cramp. Full timeout.
Game's getting long.
So 1:41 to go. Yes, anytime. I mean, we added 4 more minutes to it. 8 minutes per quarter. So you're talking about a 32-minute game. You made it 36.
Yep, Midwest City's leading 73-69. Minute 41 remaining. Jeez. Guys are getting tired. Guys are fouled out. Guys are catching cramps. It's intense.
No.
I don't know about you. It's kind of getting a little warm in here too.
It is. It is. That's because there's so many people standing up.
Yeah.
So Van Buren getting stretched. So Van Buren back on the floor now. A little tightness in that lower calf. 73-69, 1:41 to go. Midwest City to inbound the ball. Chance Davis has it. Across the timeline goes Denson. Throw it to the right wing in the lane. Over to Chance Davis. Chance Davis fouled going into the lane.
Yeah.
So Chance Davis back to the free throw line yet again.
Yeah, I know that Braylon Goins was actually trying to draw a charge there, but he was too far underneath the basket.
So Chance Davis spins it. Shot is up, and it's good.
I hate to count that man's money, but 32 points.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to do.
I'm sorry, he's going to work tonight, man. He's putting in serious work.
And now.
It is 33. Something's wrong here.
At the scorer's table. So I'm going to make sure we want to get an understanding on what that is.
Yep.
So again, so it looks like,
yeah, we're trying to get us a little ear hustle to figure out what's going on.
yeah.
D. Prince, are you hearing anything?
So 5 fouls here.
Who has 5 fouls?
So I'm looking here. So we got Mays, Goins. It's probably Goins. No. Is it Mays?
I don't know I don't think that was it.
I think that's it because they have to substitute before action resumes. And so now you've got.
So who fouled out, Mays?
So no, looks like Josiah Mays. And he did have 4 fouls coming into the fourth. I didn't get it. Yeah,
yep.
He fouled out. That's what it was. Trying to get the ball on the right.
A foul on the ground there.
Foul off the top there against McKenzie.
Shooting 2.
So shoot 2 fouls now. Two shots at the free throw line as Goins going to the free throw line. 75-69.
Making both of these would be huge for the Falcons.
And he knocks down the first one.
Knocks down the first one. It's 75-70 as number 21, Richards, checks into the game.
One more coming from Goins.
He nails them both. Nothing but net. 71-75, minute 21. Falcons down by 4.
So back across the timeline, bounce pass over. Into the lane, bounce pass up top to Denson. Denson on the left wing. Denson looking for space, and he's going to get fouled that time by, looks like, Javier Richards. Richards is going to pick up the foul. So now to the free throw line shooting 2 goes Deshaun Denson. It's a 4-point game here. First free throw is good. So Javier Richards comes out of the game, and then we've got little big man, Bryce Brown, back in the game. 76-71, it's a 5-point margin. Pending the free throw shot here by Deshaun Denson.
Yeah, Denson's not gonna miss this one. He's old dead-eye. He can shoot that rock, man. He's had an impressive game, he and Bubba Davis tonight.
And he knocks it down.
And he knocks it down beautifully.
77-71. Jonathan Van Buren into the lane, ball's knocked loose. He almost loses it. Shot is blocked, and what a block there.
Yeah, it was.
By number 4, Mason McKenzie. Stolen by Christopher Clay, who glides to the basket. He can't get it.
He misses the bunny.
Christopher Clay comes through with the steal.
Yeah, had a chance to convert it.
And then couldn't get.
He misses the layup.
The shot to fall.
I mean, it was a beautiful effort by Clay.
Millwood to inbound, underneath the goal.
A lot of clanging down there.
And Goins didn't crash down, so Dorian had to burn a timeout.
Yeah.
So 77-71. So now it's all over.
Millwood's out of timeouts?
Yeah, they have. Yeah, so for the overtime period, the discussion by Midwest City was about the timeout situation, but they did have a timeout. The timeout was in overtime because you got one more.
Yeah.
So that carried over into overtime here.
48 seconds.
77-71. So Millwood's got to score here. So 48 seconds on the clock. All right, so now Midwest City takes the floor. Falcons on the floor. You got Bryce Brown, Chris Clay, Braylon Goins, Isaiah Wilkes, and Van Buren. You got to get the ball in. It's going to be turnover on the inbound. And Midwest City, and the foul is going to be done by Van Buren here.
Yeah, and he's got a foul. And guess who? Denson.
So Denson goes back to the free throw line. Denson, nor Chance Davis. 77-71, 43 seconds to go in the game. So now at the free throw line, Denson, pure money, 78-71, lead up by 7. And again, knocks it down, 79-71. Isaiah Wilkes into the lane, scoop shot, draws contact, and we'll go back to the free throw line. Shooting 2.
Yeah.
Fouled by number 21, Brandon Dixon.
I tell you what, he was blazing up that court now, handling the ball, and was able to get in and draw the foul. I thought that they were about to steal it, but he was successful in deploying a spin move and getting out of that situation.
So Isaiah Wilkes.
And he rims out the back one.
Back rims that first one.
Man. Free throws will be the story above most things tonight for the Falcons.
Wilkes at the free throw line. One more. Spins it. And it's going to be a lane violation.
Yeah.
By Van Buren.
Yeah, it takes that bucket off. 37 seconds.
37 seconds to go. Denson.
Long throw.
Going to throw it deep.
Oh, that was a travel. Stolen by the Falcons.
And Christopher Clay has it, throws it up to Van Buren. Van Buren into the lane, to the corner. Christopher Clay for 3. Shot, no good. Rebound.
No iron. Long throw.
And it's going to be stolen.
Van Buren
and contact.
Christopher Clay gets a foul.
18 seconds to go. And Midwest City can taste it.
Yes, they can.
And so back to the free throw line goes Deshaun Denson. So Denson at the free throw line.
Knocks it down.
Knocks it down. I mean, the free throw shooting by Midwest City has been great.
Yes, it has.
And 81 knocks it down.
Up by 10, 17 seconds.
So
Clay loses it.
3-point shot
knocks
by
it
Goins.
Down
as time knocked out. 81-74, 5 seconds on the clock. And that is going to do it.
That's it. Midwest City
the Midwest City Bombers win by the score, 81-74.
Chance Bubba Davis had a whale of a game tonight.
So getting it done. 81-74 is going to be our final tonight. And everything kind of changed at the end of the game once we got Amari Barrett fouled out of the game.
Yep.
So it was all said and done. But a great, 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 great game by the Midwest City Bombers tonight, overcoming a 16-point first half deficit to beat the Millwood Falcons here on their home floor. And it was a night for Chance Bubba Davis on his return.
It was. Wow.
33 points.
33 points. Man, I mean, looking at the stat line and where he made his money, He did a damn good job. He did a darn good job playing. He's a whale of a game.
He did.
A whale of a game.
And so as we're looking at the final numbers tonight, and Gary, I'm going to go directly to the stat that you and I want to talk about.
Yeah.
So basically, let me just do this real quick here. Tell me about the overall, the first half to the second half was tremendously different. What was your overall feeling about this game for the Falcons, for this team?
Yeah, like we said in the pregame, right? Millwood takes on these opponents, these big-time opponents, 5A, 6A, 4A type opponents, and they do it with the intent of getting, ready for, the district play and their road to the big house, right? And so being in these big high-pressure games like this is how we prepare. This is how Millwood's always prepared for the last 30, 40 years. And what I can say is that they needed this kind of pressure. They needed to see this, in this sort of atmosphere so that they can learn how to overcome these games. This is a team that is going to be highly ranked, and they went up against a team that is also going to be highly ranked. And let me say this too, Mo. Midway City was glad to win this game. This honestly, by paper, really shouldn't have been a game that Millwood was actually in. If you look at a 2A versus a 5A type deal, but everybody knows just how talented this Falcon team is, and so everybody's going to come in and give you your best shot.
All right, so as it finished, Chance Davis for Midwest City finished with 33 points overall.
Yeah.
But the story of the game is really in the math of the second half. When we talked about it in the first half, Millwood led by 16. That was erased and then some as Midwest City outscored the Falcons 56-34 in the second half.
Yeah.
And in overtime.
Yeah.
And the stat of the game will be free throws.
Yep.
If I told you the Falcons got to the free throw line 35 times, you'd say great. But if I told you they only hit 19 shots of those free throws, that's 54. And then when I tell
54%.
you that Midwest City on the other side went to the free throw line 30 times
right.
and knocked down 24 of those.
Jeez, what's the percentage on
80%.
That? Jeez, there it is.
There it is. Now the Falcons did have a rebounding advantage going into the end of the first half, but as that was going to be told, they still out-rebounded, but all that damage went down in the first half. Second half, Midwest City picked up. They finished with 19 rebounds, considering that they only had 7. They got 12 more rebounds, but the shots were going in, so there wasn't so many missed shots.
Right.
That shooting percentage that Midwest City finished the game with, they finished the game shooting 56% from the floor. They're going to end up finishing the game. They shot 29% in the first half. For the game, they ended up shooting, Gary, 67%.
Wow.
That just tells you what kind of heater they were on in the second half.
Yes, they were.
So a tremendous game overall for Midwest City, and it was a tremendous game for the Falcons. And again, other part about it, Falcon fans, please note this. Falcons are still without some key players. Okay?
Oh, most definitely.
So there's some players that have yet to make their debut. Got to see how that worked. But one thing is for sure, Amari Barrett is what you want to call the key cog in the defensive rotation.
Yep.
And he makes the game easier for his teammates.
Yeah, he does.
Now,
and it's a different team when he's out there on the floor. But again, it's one of those situations where he got in foul trouble.
Yeah.
And in the fouls, that's what's going to cause you to have to struggle. I think moving forward, that's something that the Falcons with their high-pressure defense need to keep in mind, because right now they play with a little physicality. But when you start getting into district play and when you're on the road to the big house, the game's going to be called a lot tighter. Tighter
than this.
Almost definitely.
And so with this being said, let's just read down some of the Falcons scores tonight. So the Falcons finished with 74 points scored in the game.
Yep.
4 Falcons got into double-digit scoring. We had Christopher Clay with 10, Amari Barrett with 10. And the sad thing about that is he had 10 in the first half. So that means he scored nothing in the second half. But again, he was minimal time on the floor due to foul trouble. Mm-hmm. Isaiah Wilkes finished with 19. He got hot right there at the end of the fourth quarter. And really that was the Falcons' best opportunity to win the game, by the way. Jonathan Van Buren finished with 20 overall in the game itself. And that's a heck of a debut for this guy.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about, I was trying to go back to Coach Jeffrey's days here.
Okay.
And Wilson, I think the kid was number 15. He was very smooth. Van Buren kind of reminds me a little bit of him. He was one of the Falcons' boys' all-time leading scorers at the time, and he played with Jeffries and Coach Jeffries. He was one on that team.
Okay.
But that was when our early days was here. That was still when we had the Nicole Kramer and the Grambling sisters still here at the time.
Yeah.
So, but back to what we're saying here tonight. Falcon fans, this is early in the season. You said we do it for a reason. There's a reason why it's done. So the Falcons' next contest, Gary, according to the sheet, is they play next Saturday.
Yep. They play next
Friday.
Next Friday against Harding Trotter Prep.
And that game will be seen on
here
on PPBC TV. You'll be able to watch that game live. And make sure you haven't downloaded the app. Tell and spread the word about it, because a lot of the Falcon games will be on PPBC TV. So for Gary Woods, I'm Maurice Prince. 2 back-to-back days, Gary, not the outcomes we wanted.
No. Close but no cigar.
Close but no cigar. But nonetheless, we will take it home tonight. The Falcon girls coming through with that's right. The Falcon girls came through with the win earlier tonight. No, they didn't. The Falcon girls. So it's been a clean sweep overall. 0 for 3.
Midwest City came in here and took care of business.
Right.
Yeah.
So as it all said and done, that's the end of the game tonight. Going to enjoy go home, find out who won the college football game. Who you got, Texas or was it Texas and Georgia again in the rematch?
I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with college at all. I haven't. I've been focusing on Millwood.
I understand that.
Yeah, just Millwood only, man.
All right, so he's Gary Woods. I'm Maurice Prince. We'll see you guys next week. This has been Falcon Football, brought to you by SSM Health at St. Anthony and the Millwood and Richmond Foundation. Good night.
Falcon basketball.
I said football still.